Well, thank you so much for being on my podcast, Wild On.
No, thank you for having me. This is truly an honor. I couldn't wait to come on and talk with you. I've been so jealous of everybody else, so I'm honored right now.
I was marinating. I was building up to saving the best for
Hey,
season
hey,
two. It's a
that
strong
that
season two, girl.
that's what I'm talking about. I love season 2.
So you're a Jersey girl and you still reside.
Yes, still here in Jersey.
So you're roughly my age, which I didn't know. You're 33?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm 35. So being from Jersey, what is your relationship with the Jersey Shore and the Jersey Shore show?
I haven't had a relationship with either or in about 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Well, I didn't mean like
I,
currently.
I tried to stay away because the thing is that when you tell people you're from Jersey, they automatically think, "Oh my God, the Jersey Shore, I love it." I'm like, no, it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's like only 2 people are actually from Jersey that was on that show. Everyone else was from New York and Staten Island and Long Island and stuff like that. So I think it was like this the situation and Sammy, sweetheart, they were the only 2 that were actually born and raised in New Jersey. So the rest of them were from New York. So it was just like it was a big gimmick because they really don't know how Jersey is. And Jersey is nothing like what you see on the Jersey Shore show. And I've actually met every last one of the cast members, and some are nice, some are all right, and some are just like, okay, I'll just keep watching you on TV. That's it.
Okay, so who's the best in your opinion?
The best is of course DJ Pauly D. He is like tons of fun. Like he
Yeah.
does not turn off. That is him through and through. When the cameras are on, when the cameras are off, that is absolutely him. And Jay Wilde, she is a sweetheart. Like I love her to death. Like I love Jay Wilde.
Oh.
Yeah. And Snooki is funny as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
When I met Sammy, she wasn't. I don't know if it was something that was going on in the show, but she really wasn't in the mood. My mom liked Sammy, but I wasn't really a big Sammy fan. So, but Ronnie was a jerk.
Oh, really? I could see that.
Yeah, he was a jerk. Mike was really down to earth and cool, and Vinny was just being Vinny.
Right.
Him and Paulie together is just like you're definitely watching the show with them too. And yeah, and Angelina wasn't on. It was Dina that was on that I met her, and she was really nice as well. So
Okay.
yeah, there you go, and there you have it.
That's all I want to know. The podcast is over. Okay.
Yes.
So tell me, why professional wrestling?
I just loved it when I watched it as a child. Like I got automatically hooked to it. I'm such a big tomboy and I wanted to just be a part of sports and just do everything that the guys were doing.
Okay.
So anything that I saw like my cousin doing, I wanted to do. So he was like addicted to wrestling as well. And we would do the do not try this at home stuff. Yes, we would do that. When they told us don't do it, we're so hard-headed, we did it anyway. So
It's like they're asking for it.
yeah, basically we're doing a complete opposite. We're kids. Like you can't tell kids don't do it. They're gonna do it anyway.
Totally.
So yeah, I just started just doing stuff just to keep up with him. And I stuck to watching wrestling all the time. And I was at a point where I told my mom, I was like, for my birthday, I was like, I don't want so much stuff. I just want blank VCR tapes so I can record wrestling every single week on the VCR tapes and just watch it back a million times. That way I don't have to wait for Mondays or Tuesdays or Fridays or Thursdays. Like I can just watch it whenever I want to. And that's what she did for me. Like she was just like, you sure you don't want to go like clothes shopping? I was like, no, I'll wait till like school time when it's time to go clothes shopping. But for my birthday, just give me a whole bunch of blank VCR tapes. And that way I could just record and watch it back a million times. And I, to this day, have in my storage, I have like a storage bin full of VCR tapes of everything I recorded. Like, yeah, since like 97, I have stuff there. Yeah. So
don't ever get rid of those.
Oh no, those are treasure. No. And I just stuck to it. Like I said, when I got out of high school, I wanted just to stay with sports and fitness. I love sports and fitness. And it was either I become a personal trainer or I was going to be a basketball player or a strength and conditioning coach in football. It was either or. I just wanted to stay in sports. So I said, you know what? I'm going to give wrestling a try. I typed in wrestling schools in New Jersey. I found one. And at the time, they were actually shutting down. So I was kind of bummed
Oh.
out. Yeah, I was bummed out. And I said, you know what? I have to give college a try. So I
Hmm.
went and I gave college at least a year, and it didn't work for me
Yeah.
because I hated the commuting back and forth from New York to New Jersey. I hated
Ah,
it. Yeah. So after about a year or two, I just said, you know what? Maybe I'll try and become a fitness model because I love Trish Stratus and I love the fact that she dug into becoming a fitness model.
yeah.
And I was like, well, I could do that too. So I just started to get my body in shape and stuff like that. And I was working out at a gym, and one of the guys, he was actually one of the owners of the wrestling school I wanted to go to. And he said
Okay.
he was opening back up. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. So I got his information, started in that school, and I was there for about less than a year, like 6 to 8 months. And there was a Rip Rogers seminar, and Rip was there, and Damian Adams was there, and Deanna Purrazzo was there, and I met all three of them. And Damian Adams, he just critiqued me in a certain way in a drill that I did that I've never been critiqued before when I was at this school. So after the critique, after the seminar was over, I went right up to Damian Adams and I said, hey, do you mind if I come train with you at your school? And he didn't mind. And of course, Deanna was the hottest thing at the time, and she was just starting out as well. And I was following her for like a good couple of months, and I always wanted to train with her. And Damian Adams, he said, come through. And I went to his school and I never looked back. And here I am today.
Wow. So that's
Here
crazy.
I
I
am
didn't
today.
realize you and Gianna go so far back.
Yes, yes, we do. We have a lot of history amongst each other, and you know, I said when Impact has that time for us to actually show it off in the ring, I cannot wait. It's gonna be such beautiful magic when we do it.
Impact is in such a good place right now as far as
Oh
women's
yeah,
wrestling goes. Like, actually, I'd say all the major promotions that are televised are in a very interesting place. There is so much talent and it's so diverse. And I have to say, girl, watching you guys weekly, it got me out of retirement. Like, you guys made me excited about women's wrestling
yes,
again.
yes, yes. Oh my God, I can't wait for you to come through, Taylor. It is going to be the best thing ever. You want to talk about being entertained? Oh my God, you're going to be so entertained. You are going to be so
Oh.
entertained. Yes.
And I didn't realize it until I was like just getting ready for this episode. I completely forgot that we met at ROH
Did
a few
we?
years ago. We did, but I was there with my son and I was going to visit Angelina Love when you guys were in
Hmm.
Toronto. And I had no clue what was going on in women's wrestling at that time.
Oh my God, wait a
Didn't even
minute.
realize it was me. I didn't
I
realize it
did
was
not.
you. I didn't
Oh
realize it
my
was you.
God. Oh my God, Taylor. No,
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
The only reason I realized is because when I was looking at your history and you were with ROH and you were running
Mhm.
story with Angelina, and I was like, oh, light bulb, wait a second. And
Oh
I have
my
a
God.
picture with Taylor, my son, and Angelina, and you're in the background. And I saw Steelz on your ass, and I was like, I'm an idiot.
Oh my God. I cannot believe it. You know what? And this is still Tasha. That was still Tasha Steele, like coming to, and like
Oh,
her being the Boricua badass. And I was so excited to actually perform in Toronto because Toronto's like one of my favorite cities to visit.
oh, amazing.
And being there and being on pay-per-view and going for this championship in Ring of Honor, it was like I was such in awe, and I was just like, this is such a big thing for me.
Of
And I
course,
couldn't believe it.
no.
And being in the storyline with Angelina Love, that was extra plus because
Yeah.
I love Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, the beautiful people. I love them so much.
So you entered wrestling. So how old are you when you started training?
I was in my late 20s.
Okay,
Yeah, I
I
started in
like this. So you had
2015.
life
Yeah.
experience going into wrestling, which I
Mm-hmm.
think completely is a game changer for who you are as a person and being able to advocate for yourself as a talent.
Oh yes.
Now, what did you do before wrestling? What were you were in school, but tell me about the hustles you were doing.
Oh man, it was such a big hustle. I had so much that I wanted to do, and like I said, I was trying to do like fitness modeling, so I was just trying to like get my body in shape and do like pictures and stuff like that. And it was just like a hard time to where I had to help my mom, with bills and everything like that. So I kind of put being getting into wrestling on hold for a couple of years, and I thought that if I did that, I know it'd be a big payoff once I get back into it.
Right.
Um, because the one thing you don't want to see is your parents struggle. So that
Mm.
was just my big thing of making sure that my mom didn't struggle because I mean, she did most of our lives raising us kids. So it was just like once I got older, I said, you know what, it's my turn to help you, and that's what I did for like the first couple of years. I just helped my mom just get out of her debts and make sure that she was good. And I tried school a little bit, and I was like, all right, well, this is not going to work for me. I got to get back into wrestling. And once she was comfortable and I was comfortable, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this full time, and I'm not going to look back. And my mom supported me 1,000%, and she
Mm.
knew this was my passion. She knew this is what I wanted to do, and she was not going to let me stop at all. Say no. Once I got started, she was not going to let me stop. So yeah, I started late, and at first, being starting late, I thought it was bad
Yeah,
until I saw like DDP. He started extremely late, and look at
totally.
his career now. And
Yeah.
I read a couple other people started late and it wasn't bad at all, and people had other careers before they got into wrestling and
Oh,
started late.
yeah.
So I just thought, okay, this is not bad at all. I'm in my late 20s. It's still fine. I just have to work 10 times harder than the average 20-year-old or the 19-year-old that's been doing it for a couple of years prior than me. So
Right.
that's what I did. That was basically my hustle and my grind and just
Wow.
making sure I worked 10 times harder than everybody else because of my age.
That's beautiful. You're an angel
Yeah.
girl, truly. Looking after your mom, making sure she's all set up. It's not that you put
hmm
your dreams on the back burner, you just put them on hold. And to me, all I hear is your morals are so strong, and
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
know that you have to have strong roots and you have to have a strong foundation before you go and do whatever you are meant to do in the world. And I think that's really amazing because you know what it's like to not watch others surpass you, but you know what you have to do to make it. You weren't just given something. It's not
Right.
like you've worked hard for every single thing you've been given. And now you are
hmm
one half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champs with
Oh my
your
God.
Hogan.
Yes, I am one half of the Knockout Tag Champions. And this is less than a year of being in Impact. Like I cannot believe it. I've accomplished so much, and I can't wait for the future and just doing a hell of a lot more and making new history and accomplishing new goals and scratching off a lot on my bucket list because I got a list. I got a list,
I
and
love
and I
that.
can't wait. I can't wait for all that to come true for me.
So pre wrestling, during wrestling, what is the worst job you've ever had?
The worst job I ever had was babysitting. Like I
Oh,
like kids. I like kids, but to a certain extent because it's like when you go into babysitting, you have to babysit the kids as to how their behavior is before you got there.
yeah.
And it's like you wanna be like that guidance and be like, okay, your parents don't discipline you good enough, but I don't want to be that one to do it. But in my mind, the way I grew up, my mother is so old school. My grandparents are so old school. It's like where you act up, you get effed up. Like that's how I was raised, and my sisters and my cousins. That's how we were raised. Like, don't even try it. And
Oh,
I remember babysitting this one lady, her son, and her son was about 5 years old. And one, she wanted me to help him potty train. She hadn't had him potty train. He was 5 years old already.
oh
And
no.
two, yes, two, he literally does not listen to anything she says, and she just goes along with it. Like she like condones his bad behavior. And it was such a big challenge. And here I am, 16, 17 years old. All I want to do is just get money and have extra lunch money for school and go shopping
Oh,
with and stuff. And now I'm taking on the responsibility of like helping this lady basically raise her kid, and I didn't want to do it. And I remember calling my mom while the lady goes to like she had like a night school she went to,
yeah.
and I remember calling my mom and I'm like, this kid is so effing bad, man. Like I want to go upside his head, but I can't because then I'll get sued or something. Like this kid is so freaking bad, man. Like I would always like put him like in a corner and just be like, you need to go sit over there. And he would always want to watch tapes and stuff. I'm like, you're not watching no tapes. Like you're not doing nothing. Like I didn't abuse the kid, but I really like I would put him like on like his toilet and I would just leave him there. And even when he said like, oh, I'm done. No, you're not. Sit there and I'll wait till your mom gets home. And like by the time it's time for his mom to come home, like I'll pretend like I had him in bed for a long time and I would just like throw him in his room. And I'm like, just go to your room, man. Like I would do nothing with this kid. And I was just so upset because he was like my biggest challenge. And it was just like the worst. I was doing that for like 2-3 years,
Oh,
babysitting.
wow.
And I hated it. And once I got out of high school, I was able to like get a real job and make real money and not have to worry about like I love kids. Like I said, it's just to a certain extent, man. Like
Yeah.
I can give them back and that's it. But I hate badass kids, man. Cause I was when I got older, I tried my mom. But when I was a kid, I would not even blink twice at my mother. Like I was
Right.
scared of my mother. But it was just I'm watching these kids, man. I'm like, you need an ass whooping. Like you really like if your mother says no, that means no. Like that don't talk back, don't pout, don't throw a fit, just no. Like that
It's
was I
different.
hated it.
These days are different. Like
Yeah.
I probably could have been a bad kid, but my dad installed a healthy sense of fear that he might kill me at any
Yep.
moment, like hard Polish upbringing. And like, I don't think it was the best, but like kept me
It made
straight.
us strong today. It
Yeah,
made us strong today. So
for sure.
I appreciate that.
But I'm stealing that in a promo. If you act up, you get messed up. Like
Yep.
that is gospel, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen.
You have to. I mean, that is how we grew up. And I'm
Yeah.
like 80s, 90s babies. Where you
Yes,
act up
girl.
is where you get effed up. I don't care if it's in the parking lot, supermarket, Chuck E. Cheese. It doesn't matter. You go ahead and you try me, and it's a wrap.
Oh, I love it. It's so true, though. It's so true. So, speaking about
Mhm.
like bad jobs, let's talk about weird jobs. Have you done custom wrestling videos?
No, and I've always gotten asked to this day to do customs, and I don't, not to hate, like to say anything on the girls that have done it, but it's not
Yes.
me.
Hmm.
What I wanted to do is be a professional wrestler, and I just love the sport of professional wrestling. And my favorite wrestler didn't do customs, so I just felt like if I wanted to really make money like that, I would have got on a stripper pole.
Absolutely.
So I just felt like and I know a lot of my friends have done customs and I
Yep.
tell them all the time, I nothing against you guys, but it's not my thing. It's not really what I wanted to do or get into. It steers away from my ambition and passion of being a professional wrestler because I just feel like it's kind of a joke a little bit because you're doing
Yes.
these customs and you're doing it based off somebody's fantasy.
Yep.
And it's like that's not what you got into, but it's because you're saying, oh, the money, the money, the money. Yeah, but I can go to a gentleman's club in my bra and panties and get more than what you guys get in customs. Like I said, sorry, girls. Sorry, I love you. I love you. But it just wasn't me. And this is my point of view on customs. And it
Yep.
just wasn't my thing. And I couldn't do it. And I say to this day, hell no. I don't
That's
care how
your
much you
life
offer me.
experience. That's you knowing who you are, and that's having
Mhm.
a strong moral foundation. And there is nothing wrong with that. That is
Y-
admirable.
Yes.
So you don't have any creepy stories. So.
Nope. I just have the creepy DMs. Hey, can I
Yeah.
buy your panties that you just wore, your
Yeah.
socks? That just the creepy DMs. I think we all have gotten that.
Yeah.
Just the
For our
creepy DMs.
listeners who don't know, women's wrestling fans are a diverse group of people.
Hmm.
And you get some of the strangest requests. Can I have you, like you said, can I have your underwear? Can I have your socks? Buying your wrestling gear. In my mind, I want to believe that it's sports memorabilia collectors, but it's probably someone wearing my wrestling gear around their house.
Yep. Yeah.
But
I I actually just sold two of my wrestling gears, and I'm praying to God that they are using it as a memorabilia, and I don't see pictures of my gear in the weirdest way. I pray to God. I got good money off of it, but I'm praying to God, like, please just frame it. Just frame it. And I sent you a picture of me wearing that gear. Frame it, hang it in your house. I signed it and everything. Just frame it. Put it in your house, please. Whoever
Yeah,
brought my gear. Don't do nothing crazy with it,
just
because if I see it, I'm just gonna be like, give me my shit back.
just plead ignorance. In my mind, I believe everyone who ever bought my gear, it's framed on the wall. That's it.
Yes.
Some
Yes.
40-year-old middle-aged 400-pound man is not wearing it.
He's not cross-playing with it.
No, there's no cosplay. It's fine. It's fine. So tell me, what does it mean to you to be an Impact Knockout?
It means everything. It's so much history behind the knockout division. Okay. And a lot of people, they have slept on the knockout division for so many years because the group is not as large as you would see in WWE.
Right.
But it's a powerful group, and it has so much history, including you,
Thanks, girl.
Sarita, Velvet Sky, Madison Rain, Gail Kim, Mickey James, friggin' Awesome Kong. The list goes on and on and on and on. And you ladies have set a foundation for us. And every time one of us comes in, whether it's one of you guys either retiring or just wanting to pass the torch a little bit, you welcome us with open arms, and you just show us that path, and you show us the ropes. You just give us everything we need. And I love being part of Knockouts division. And my eyes was only open to one division at first,
Mm.
until I actually visit Impact and just went around and saw all these wonderful ladies and just saw, like, okay, there is something different outside of a certain company,
Yep.
and I want to be a part of it. And of course, also Kiera, being the good friend that she is, she really broke it down to me because she is a diehard knockouts woman. Like, you can't
She
tell her
is.
anything. You cannot tell that girl nothing. She will argue with you till the death. You cannot tell her one thing wrong. She'll be like, nope, nope, nope. That's not it. That's not right. So I just love being part of this division because you get to learn, you get to grow, you get to be yourself, and you get to actually talk to creative, and creative listens, and they let you be yourself. And if something doesn't work out, it's not they're going to exit. They're going to be like, hey, this isn't working out. Is there any other alternate ways? And you find an alternate way and they go with it. And
Yeah,
it's just like, how can you not want to be part of something like this? Like,
I
and
agree.
everyone backstage helps. And I just love it. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And I'm so happy to be one half of the Knockout Tag Champions and being on that top of the Knockouts division and being able to help lead along with Kiera and along with Deanna. And I can't wait for future knockouts to come, and
Yeah.
that way I can help show the ropes,
Yeah.
so I can't wait.
And it shines through so much, I think, like, especially with you. Like, you look like you're having fun, and that gets lost. Like,
Hmm.
I understand there's some people that want to be serious, and that's cool. That's your gimmick, be serious. But wrestling is silly and it's fun, and it is fighting, but like, the more fun you're having, the more fun the fans are having. And that's just good business.
Oh my God. I do you see us on TV every
Yes, and I
me and
love
Kiera, oh my God. Like, I love the fact that everyone back there, like, if you I can't wait for you to come backstage, because it's just like they
it.
don't care. It's just like when Kiera and Tasha are in the building, oh my God, you get one hell of an entertainment show. And all they do is say, girls, this is what you got to film, have at it. They don't give us like no script. They're like, we already know what you're going to do. We don't need to tell you what to say, because anything you say is gold, it's magic. Like, the whole me calling Swinger, the video killed the radio star. I did not know
Oh,
that was going to be a meme. And Madison Rain, to this day, she keeps calling me saying, this is the most hilarious thing ever. And I don't know how you came with that on the spot, but I did. I when you see Swinger,
it
he's
was
automatically
genius. I dropped what I had in my hand. I remember I was doing something. I was like tidying up and watching the show. And then you said that, and I literally dropped what I was saying. And I was like, that's it. That's it.
everyone
Career
when we're
made.
when we're doing our promos, everyone just gathers around and watches Kiera and I. And I was just like, Kiera, how could we not love this? Like, this is the best part. Like everyone stops what they're doing just to hear what we're gonna say or what we're gonna do. Like that's that's why I love being at Impact. I love my job, man. This is not even a job. I love my career. I
Yeah.
love my career. I love being at Impact.
I love so much that, I was lucky when I was part of TNA because they had really started to focus on women in a way that no major company had focused on at that point.
Mhm.
And now we're at a good place again. It's like it didn't dip per se, but just what they were focusing on had changed. Now I feel
Mhm.
like the knockouts are back in a position where they are the main focus. And we're characters. It's not just like hot blonde girl, hot brunette, hot culturally diverse character. It's like we've got characters, people we can get behind. We have flavor. You guys as a tag team, you're bringing something we haven't seen before, and that is literally you guys being yourselves and having fun, and it's going to change the trajectory of women's wrestling. I really think it will. So thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
no, thank you for setting that for us. Like I don't think women's wrestling would be where it is if it wasn't for women like you and Gail and so on and so forth, because you guys are voices. And if it wasn't for your voices helping us out, it'll be 10 times harder trying to convince everyone here. Like we've got more than just wrestling here. Like we have entertainment, we have the flavor, we have the fire, we have all that. So
Yeah.
no, thank you.
No, thank you. Well, I feel like we could probably go on and on and on and on about all of this. We have so much to talk about, but I like to end every episode with the same 10 tailor-made questions I ask all my guests. It's kind of like a speed round, but don't feel rushed in your answers because I want to hear all the details. I want to hear the tea. So are you ready?
Love it. Yes, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay. Name one beauty product you cannot live without.
Oh, my Fenty Beauty, my face wash. I need it. I
Oh,
need it. I need it. I need it. This is a great skincare line. I finally found that doesn't break me out. The
okay.
Fenty Beauty. I recommend every woman get this. Like it is for every. I have sensitive skin, so it's for every
Okay.
skin type, especially sensitive skin. And this will clear your face up, and you have such glow to you every time you use it. I use it twice a
Okay.
day.
I'm going to look
Hmm.
into that because I'm always
Yes,
looking for a glow.
yes, Fenty Beauty.
Okay. What is your favorite exercise?
I love squats, but abs are like my number one thing. You gotta have the abs.
And you've got good abs, girl.
Oh, thank you, girl.
What is your biggest pet peeve? Now, wrestlers, we got lots. So if you need to do a top three, I'm okay with that.
Okay. One, being from Jersey, we are very impatient and we're like fast, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
I hate it when people are at the stoplight or at a stop sign and they're still sitting there 5 minutes later. Like
Oh,
when the light turns green, I give you at least 3 seconds before I'm honking my horn and screaming in my car. I'm giving you 3 seconds, and in 3 seconds, you do not move that vehicle. Yes, you're getting it. Like that is my biggest pet peeve, and I hate when the toilet tissue is over, not under. Like I hate it. I can't stand it.
you
It's
know
just
who has
it.
that issue?
Who?
Your girl, Trish Stratus. That was her
Oh,
problem.
oh my god.
She is your OCD queen. It's this thing with the toilet paper. And I was like, I get it. And my husband has got a problem with which way it's supposed to go because he's got it all backwards. But like, that's interesting. That is interesting.
Yes, that's another one for me. Like I would just sit there, you just can't get the toilet paper right. Like I'm always yelling at somebody in my house.
Now, will you? Oh, sorry, my thing just froze. Bear with me 1 second.
Hmm.
Why are you not? Hold on one quick sec. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that.
Hmm.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Ooh, my celebrity crush. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I have a lot.
Top three.
I have a lot.
Top two.
For one, Trish Stratus, because I love her so
Okay.
much. I love her so much. Um, and of course Roman Reigns.
Oh
He
yeah, he's hot.
Yes, yes, he is. And now that he's wrestling without the shirt and everything,
Yeah.
praise God. God bless him. God bless him.
God bless everyone. Thank God he's lost his shirt.
Yep, I was waiting for that.
Oh, that's funny. What is your favorite band or artist?
Janet Jackson. I
Mm,
love her. I grew up listening
classic.
to her. My aunt got me into her when I was a kid, and ever since she got me into her, I've been just Janet Jackson everything. Like you can't tell me nothing about Janet Jackson. So I've been to all of her concerts except for like two because I was a kid,
Okay.
and it was a little more inappropriate for a kid. And my mom, she went, but she was like, when you get older, I'll take you to Janet concerts. And when I did, she went on her promise and took me to all the Janet concerts.
Did
So
you go to the
I was
Velvet
able to
Rope
see.
tour?
That was the one I couldn't go to.
I went to that
You did. My mom and my aunt went, and when my mom went, she was like, "I'm so glad I didn't take you because." Yeah, I saw it on TV though. I saw it on
one.
TV, but I could not go in person,
Fair.
and I was bummed out. But I got to see her the rest of the years and her other concerts. So yeah, the Velvet Rope tour was a big no.
Ooh. My
For
mom wasn't
yeah,
down though. My mom didn't know. She was like, "Ooh, let's go to Janet Jackson." I was like, "Okay."
yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know
Until
who
you go
opened?
to it, Janet.
Do you know who opened for Janet?
Who was it?
Usher. Just a
He
small little artist, just Usher.
Yes, he did open.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this was like late 99. Yes, I remember that. Okay, yes, I did. Usher did open for Janet.
Yeah.
That's crazy too. That's something he can like go back on and say, I opened up for Janet Jackson. Like that's a big milestone for him.
Yeah. Oh, we're kindred spirits when it comes to Janet. I do love me some Janet.
Let me tell you, girl, we could talk all day about Janet. We can talk all day about Janet.
Do you have a secret vice, like drinking a glass of wine in the shower?
I would have, you know what? If I say it, I don't think it'd be a secret, but we're just gonna let it out because it's your show.
Okay, I love
And
you.
yes, every now and then I would like to do that because it calms my nerves.
Mhm.
Of we all have those stressful days and
Yeah,
stressful times, and you just need it every now and then. Sneak off a little bit. My mom kind of asked me why am I doing it, but it's to calm me down with the steam of the shower and the glass of wine. That's all you need.
that's all you need.
That's all you need.
But then you got people like Trey Miguel who tells me his vice is smoking a blunt while taking a shit.
Yeah. Typical man thing.
Yeah.
And they have no filter when they do that. And yeah, kudos to Trey. Yes, kudos to Trey.
It
You
is
you
such a
you do
guy
that.
thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I would
Such a guy
never
thing.
think to sell anybody that. Like that is your special time.
But guys are disgusting.
Guys are disgusting.
They are
We love
disgusting.
them, but they are disgusting.
And I bet you he does it with the door open too.
100%.
Does it
100%.
with the door open.
Yeah.
Doesn't even close
Doesn't
the
give a
door.
shit. No.
Nope. Nope.
Men are vile beings, but we love them.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
What wrestler has the best entrance music?
Me, of course.
Thank you.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
When you come out to some flavor, how can you not? I mean, if anybody sees my entrance, I'm always the one bouncing and dancing and giving that swag in my entrance. So how can I not have the best entrance theme? Of course, it's Tasha Steelz.
Oh God, I put that question out there hoping for that answer, but I think you are the only person to be like, me, obviously. Your entrance music should get you the most hype. That is the obvious answer.
Yes, yes, I have to have that Tasha Steelz hype. Like you can't have that flavor.
What is your drink of choice? Doesn't have to be alcoholic.
My drink of choice is always apple juice, and I always get like I get teased for a little bit because here I am. I'll go out like with adults, and they're like, "Yeah, what are you drinking? Yeah, I'm drinking this. I'm drinking this. Tasha, what are you drinking? Yeah, can I get a glass of apple juice, please? Just that's it. Apple juice. Yeah, I just give me some apple juice. I love apple juice. Just
Oh, that's so funny. So you're not a big drinker then?
No, I have a glass of wine every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm not a drinker at all, but if you give me some apple juice, I'll treat it as if it's alcohol. I will pretend right along with everybody else. I will get tipsy with apple juice. I will fall on the floor drinking apple juice if you want me to. Just give me apple juice.
I learned so much from these 10 questions. You have no idea. Like, I learned more about people from these 10 questions than I do the entire interview. It's brilliant.
This is the greatest thing ever.
What was your most embarrassing moment in the ring? Wardrobe malfunction, botch.
Okay.
Tell me, girl.
I wrestled Jordan Grace one time at a indie show, and Jordan is so hard hitting, but I love it because you really don't get that too much from girls.
Yeah.
They hit softly, but Jordan is so hard, and she don't give a damn who you are. She's gonna come to you full speed ahead.
Right.
So I remember wrestling Jordan, and she does her corner spot ending with like a Vader bomb, and she Vader bombed me, and she put all of her weight on me, is that I peed on myself and I couldn't tell anybody. I was so embarrassed because not that nobody knew, but I knew. I knew I peed on myself. And it wasn't like a lot, but it was still, I still peed myself. And I was like, oh, this is freaking great. I hope I didn't get anything in the ring, but goddamn, Jordan, like,
I'll tell you what, there is not a single female professional wrestler that hasn't peed herself in the ring.
Oh, thank God.
No, girl. No, girl. Every time I belly out, I'll pee a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, I used to do the missile drop kick from the top rope. You can't tell me that is good for my ovaries. Like, women are not, it's not a pinball machine in there. Like,
no.
You got pee. You got pee a little bit.
Sometimes I feel embarrassed. I'm like, damn, I just peed myself after doing this. Oh man, it wasn't a lot, but I still feel it, and it's still in my underwear, and hopefully it didn't go through my gear. No. I think one time I did something and it went through to my gear a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad. But I'm glad that you're saying that,
girl. It is a part of who we are. As a female wrestler, you're gonna pee a little bit and you gotta own it, and whatever, like what we have to go through, like we gotta keep these in, we gotta keep our booty in, we gotta worry about our insides, like the carne asada falling out of the taco. Like, you're gonna pee a little bit, it's fine. Wear dark gear.
Okay, so now I feel you haven't really wrestled until you actually peed yourself a little bit.
You do not go hard. You are officially not okay in my books unless you pee a little.
There we go. Well, girl, I peed a lot.
So welcome. Okay, last one. Oh, I hope I don't kill this. Finish this lyric. Checking your reflection and telling your best friends, girl, think my butt is big.
Get it hot in here. Hey. Yeah. The bucket challenge.
Yeah.